Hello and welcome to Latina Sin Filtro.
Yay.
Yes, and we just have a quick little update for you guys because we just changed our name. So we were Latinas Unfiltered before, but
Oh,
unfortunately, that name was taken after doing a lot of research, making sure no one had that name. But unfortunately, someone beat us to it.
yeah.
Just 2 weeks, 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, about that.
That was insane. I was so sad, but I
Me
mean,
too.
we're making it work with Latina Sin Filtro, so
I
welcome
kinda
back.
like it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's not taking away from Latinas Unfiltered, but we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah. So how was your weekend, Jocelyn?
It was good, thank you. I helped my parents make some tacos, well, taco de birria,
Mm.
and, they have a IG page and, like, Cocina Mesa. They're here visiting from El Salvador after they retired, and they're just trying to, just do what they love to do, which is cook. So
That's
that's
amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty much my weekend, just helping them out and spending time with them. I miss them, so yeah.
Aw,
How
that's
was
so sweet.
yours?
It was good. So we went apartment hunting.
Oof,
So yeah, it was so
I feel
terrible.
like apartment hunting is
A drag.
always yes. Ugh. Any luck?
No.
Oh.
So Noemi has this thing where she looks for cockroaches since she used to live in the hood of in, like, Miami,
Yeah.
in Florida. So, she goes through every single, like, cabinet and, like, in the bathroom, in the kitchen. Sorry, that's my cat scratching his paw.
Oh,
But, yeah, like, she went into all the cabinets just trying to see what's there and whatnot, and she saw one live one, and then the other one, it was just, like, dead cockroaches in between the cabinets, and I was just like, "Damn."
it's a wrap. No, it's 'cause she's like that, though.
Yeah, 'cause I wouldn't know what to look for. I
No.
mean, I
I'm
had my dad doing that growing up, so I have no clue. Yeah, but other than that, it was, like, pretty good. We went to Bakari. It's like this nice little restaurant here in LA. When you guys come down here, I don't know if you guys gone down there yet, but it's super, super cute. Like, I don't know what we got. All I know it's chicken, but the the
Yeah.
names kinda throw me off. I'm like, "Okay, chicken with some stuff on it, okay." But, it was a good time. We went with our friends, and then after that, we went to some little bar called the Phoenix, and then afterwards, we went home. We went home pretty early, which was dope because I feel like I'm hitting that age where it's just like, okay, 1 o'clock is maybe the latest that I can be out. Yes, because I don't know, I don't like dragging on the next day, you know?
That's true. I mean, the latest I can do if I'm starting early, because I like to do daytime events and,
Yeah.
festivities, I would say end at, like, around 7.
Mhm.
Still early for me.
Yeah,
So,
that's so cool. Yeah, so 7 o'clock would be the latest for you.
yeah, I would say 7, but 1 o'clock is still good. I mean, you still, ate good, go home,
Yeah,
relax.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I would like that. I would like to go out and just, like, end my night at 7.
But yours just ends at 1?
Yeah, because I don't know, we leave so late, we make our reservations really late, or if not, it's, like, on a day that Noemi's at work and then she gets off early,
Oh, whoa, 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 hold on. Leaving to go, like, step out of the house at 1 or coming back home at 1?
coming back home at
1 what, in the afternoon?
1 AM.
Oh,
Come back home at 1 AM.
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sleepy. I'm thinking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, That's early."
No, they don't work like that for us.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Then you guys had a long day then. That was a long day.
Yeah, but I mean, we started off, like, pretty late, like, maybe 7, 8.
Oh.
That is a long time.
I'm
7, 8,
saying, like
9, 10,
I'm
11.
saying, like, brunching,
Oh,
daytime stuff, and then coming back home, like, at 7 o'clock at night.
that's why I like Sundays. Sundays, yeah, we start off early, then end the night early, so it's just, like, it's really good, and I don't feel so hungover, you
Yeah.
know?
Hungovers hit different at our age, let me tell you.
A week?
Yeah, probably that to recover. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. it really sucks. But guys, today's question is how to deal with a difficult friend, someone who needs extra attention and feels entitled to you and your time. So
Yeah.
like, or how to grieve a loss of a friendship.
Yeah,
You know?
I feel like grieving a loss of a friendship is, I never really got taught that. The first friendship that I felt like I lost at the time, I was pretty young. I was, um I was 18 years old and I was pregnant, and, I had this a good I mean, she was like that was my go-to person, best friend, and it's like I felt like my life stopped and her life continued, and she went to college and she had the dorm life and making new friends, and I felt like, I definitely grieved that, and I kinda pushed her away. I kinda had a fault in that also. I stopped reaching out. I started feeling salty if I saw her, with other people, um, and I didn't really handle that well at all. And I think especially me, like, especially having a baby at that age, it just really sucked, and it weighed super heavy on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so what is it that you went through? How, like, what happened? How did you feel like you lost that friendship? It was just like you guys grew apart?
Well, I mean, she had like her kidless life. She's, making new friends. She has school. She's, just having her own life basically and having her own friends. It just hurt to see that, every time that she'll come and visit, it wouldn't be to visit me. It would probably, be to visit her friends, and of course, her family. And maybe I took it too personal and I just stopped communicating with her. I pushed myself away, and I think that's the way I grieved is me like pushing myself away
Oh, okay.
when I feel like I maybe could have done, a little bit more of an effort. But
Yeah. I feel like, for because you were pretty young when you had your first kid, right?
yeah, I would say
Yeah. So, like, usually when that happens, like, this is something that I've noticed, like, with friends and stuff like that. Like, I've had a lot of, like, young friend moms, and they just somehow they don't know how to, like, reach out anymore because, yes, your attention is now on another human being, you
yeah,
know? And then, also, it's not even your fault, it's not even your friend's fault, it's just that, you guys grew apart, and, like, just life happened.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Life.
Yeah, so it's like, you guys didn't end it in bad terms or anything, it's just that you guys grew apart.
Yeah. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think like we like ended it, like we're not friends no more. Cause like out of the blue, we, following each other on social media and we started messaging each other and communicating a lot. We've been trying to attempt to see each other. It hasn't happened yet, but I hope that it happens soon. But I just think like I fell back. It never really like was like, I'm not talking to you no more. We're not cool. It was just like
It just happened.
it just happened, yeah, and, she had her own, priorities, I had different priorities, and it just
I
it's
had I had a friend like that, and, like, she would come over, anytime, like, she would do something crazy or whatever, and then, I was, like, in a really toxic relationship around that time, and, like, yeah, like, after an incident happened, like, during a birthday that I was invited to, but that person at the time was like, "You can't go by yourself. I need to come with you." Da da da. That type of person. And
well,
so I was like, "Okay." So I brought her along with me, and unfortunately, she ended up peeing on herself. And so that was, like, embarrassing for me because it happened at that person's house, you know? And
ah,
so, like, that was, like, the last time that I got invited to a birthday and stuff like that, and I was just like, so
yeah,
that ruined like, that kinda ruined that friendship and whatnot, but I understood where she was coming from and everything, and then after that, she became Christian, now she has a kid, she's married. I still have love for her, but I know that we're just 2 completely different people, I'm gay, I'm, like, sometimes in the club scene,
it's like
she's
super
straight
mm,
Christian.
mm.
So it's different, you just get older, you grow apart, but I've had other instances where I get cut off.
Oh,
'Cause remember
well,
when
if
we
it's, like, over silly stuff, I just
girl,
over what?
it was so silly, but basically well, the first time, that something like that happened, it was with, like, a close friend of mine, like, someone that I considered family, you know? Um, well, 2 of them that I considered family, and, around that time that so many things were happening, honestly, I was, like, in court for something, um,
Well,
and girl,
ooh,
but it was, like
worse.
it was in self-defense, but they made it seem like I was, the one who interrogated, what is it? I don't know, like, I pretty much got jumped by, like, 3 people, and then a mom, a daughter, 2 daughters, basically.
Golly.
Yeah. So, it was, like, a freaking mess, and, basically, instead of, like, hitting me up and seeing how I was doing and stuff like that, it was just, like, they jumped into conclusions, and I don't know, I felt like they, took me, like, having that depressive episode, like, kind of just shutting off everything, and honestly, at that time, I was, like, clubbing really hard, yes, and I was drinking heavily, yes,
Mm,
and, those friends didn't check up on me, they didn't say, "Hey, how are you doing? Hey, what's up?" And, unfortunately, around that time, I forgot somebody's birthday, and then that's when they unleashed everything on me, how they've been feeling, and I don't I if I can remember correctly, I don't think I responded because it was just, like, way too much for me.
yeah, I'm sure it
But
was.
that was just, like, something else that was, like, put on top of everything else,
And
and
you're already going through stuff.
I was already going through stuff. My parents were divorcing, I was going through a breakup, I was going through court, I had to move, um, what else? And then after that, just, like, you wanna throw that in there like, "Oh, fuck you," basically.
That's messed up.
So then
Yeah,
it's just like, I'm really alone in this world. I'm so freaking alone. And so, you know, like, up until today, till this day, like, I still feel like I can't, make friends how I used to, because even from when I felt like, okay, I have this one person, right?
mm,
That we vibe. Sometimes, like, we would pull up, um, to some function together, and then I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, we have the same earrings. Oh my gosh, we have the same shirt," or something like that. It was just like we vibed on, like, clothes, basically, and,
right,
like, music and
material
stuff like
things. Mhm.
yeah. So then, and, like, I've confided in this person in things like, "Oh, I'm going through this right now, da da da." And, there's this one time where we got invited to brunch, and we were supposed to go to brunch. Not supposed to, but, we all agreed to go,
Right.
and around that time, like, my living situation wasn't, like, the best thing for me, uh,
Mhm.
so I was, like, going through, like, I don't know, like, it was just another depressive episode. It was, like, in my 20s. I'm, like, what, 27 now? But still.
You're still a baby.
A few years ago, like, I was just, like, up and down, like, just completely depressed. I'm still going through it right now, but I'm dealing with it much better, um,
Right.
and so I was up until, like, what, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, just painting, preparing myself for my showcases, and then, that Saturday night, I stayed up super, super late because Noemi was here in California, and I was still home, like, in Maryland. I was painting a little butt off, and then she calls me, I'm on the phone with her while I'm doing this, and then, pretty much Sunday morning, I didn't wake up. I
Mm,
didn't wake up until, like, what, 2 in the afternoon? By that time, brunch is over,
you already missed it. Mm.
you know? And then I just get a text message like, "You're fake as fuck," instead of saying "Hey, what's going on? Are you still coming?" Like,
Yo, that
nothing.
was overboard.
Yeah, so it
Fake
was
as fuck, really?
yeah. So it was just like, now, like, I don't think that they'll understand the pain that they caused or the hurt that they caused. because, like, when it was me, like, waiting up on them, like, "Oh, I wonder what she's doing, like, where is she?" You know, I'm that friend, like, you can go months without hitting me up, you can go weeks without hitting me up, and I'll still check up on you and be like, "Hey, what's up? How are you? Da, da, da."
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Exactly.
People have life going on, and honestly, I feel like if she really would have been your friend, like, genuinely your friend, she woulda understand, she would be like, "Hey, what happened? Like, are you okay?"
Yeah.
You know?
Especially that being out of the norm for me, you know?
Yeah,
Um, you know, I would always make the effort to go or whatever, and, then after that, later on, like, months later, I think, she kinda threw in my face that, "Well, you said something to one of my friends," and this was before we moved to LA, and I was just like, "Girl, that was just drunk me talking."
you know me, this is not me.
And I had said something to her friend that was, like, completely, basically, I called her fake or whatever while I was drunk. It wasn't like I hit her or whatever, it was just I just called her fake. And this was while I was, like, pretty drunk or whatever. But it's because I noticed some sketchy behavior from her, and I didn't rock with that at all, so I said something to her. And so, it was like she used me not showing up for brunch and also saying something to her friend, and then she took it completely left.
Mhm.
But that's, like, in the past now, but I still don't I still don't feel like they understand the hurt and damage that they caused. You know, instead of being like, "Hey, this isn't like you. What's going on?" You know?
Right.
Like,
I feel like
so
a
it's
friend would say that though, like, a genuine friend would say that.
yeah. So it's just like I've never been that friend that's like, "Oh, bitch, fuck you. I'm not talking to you anymore because you're not answering my text message." No.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
not it either.
it's
Mm-mm.
like, "What's going on?" And then I've had one friend where it's just like I would tell her well, this was, like, in high school, but that was just, like, you know, me trying to find myself and at the same time, like, trying to figure out if she was really my friend or was she just, like, you know, feeling sorry for me or,
Mm,
like, just or maybe because all of her other friends left her and now we were, like, the only 2 left or something, I don't know, because it was me along with some other girl,
right.
and it was just I don't know, I had that hurt inside of me because it was like, you know, you didn't even back me up when your friends wanted to jump me.
Yo,
Or
that is crazy, the fact that that even happened.
they created a burn book, and, they had me
Style?
yes. So they they created a burn book, and they were talking about some guy on there, and I was just, like, quietly eating my lunch, just, like, you know, I was super quiet, and then they were just like, "Here, sign your name." So then I signed my name, but they had me sign my name in pen, and everybody else signed their name in pencil. So, girl, you know kids are mean.
All I hear is a plot happening right now. There's
So that's basically what happened, and then after that, they took the book and they showed it to some boy, and they were like, "This is what Marta said about you." Not once did I say anything mean about him,
that
and
is
then after that, I'm just like, "What?" He comes up to me angry as hell, getting ready to fight me, and I'm just like, "I"
first of all, your boy. Your
exactly. So then, he's like, "Well, you wrote about me on the burnt book, da da da," and I was just like, "Well, everybody wrote on it." He was just like, "No, I only saw your name," and I was like, "Ooh," and then that's when I was like, "Well, that's if you notice a difference in the handwriting, it wasn't me." And then, basically, I told him who said whatever about him, and then those 3 girls, mean girls, come up to me and they start yeah, it was just a bunch of drama.
jeans
Kids
are
are mean. Kids are so mean. But during that time, like, she could have easily, like, you know, backed me up or something. It didn't happen, and then afterwards, like, it was just, like, through high school, she moved back from some place that she moved to, and she came back to Maryland, but it just wasn't the same anymore, like, her brother would make jokes like, "Oh, you didn't even care about Marta when she was, like when you were over there and, like, you were in Maryland." So then I had that ringing in my head, you know, like, "Are you really my friend or are you just"
girl, she I honestly,
you know?
I don't think so, and I'm only getting bits and parts. I don't think so.
I don't think so. It was just like, I know me, I have love for people and I care so much about people, so it's just like, I don't
Yeah,
know. So then after all of that, like, even my dad told me, and he was just like, "These aren't really your friends. One day you're gonna realize that." And I'm like, "Why and how? What do you mean these are my friends? These are my dogs," basically, you know?
parents know, parents
Yeah.
know. That's crazy. Well, some things.
Yeah, but my dad was right about it because when I was going through all of that, um, not a single person, like, sat there and was just like, "Oh, what is Marty going through right now? Why is she acting so out of line right now?" No one sat there and did that.
I'm
So
so sorry you went through that by, like, by yourself.
oh, but it's all good because it taught me something, and honestly, it made room for people to come into my life that actually care, or if
That
not, give me that space and, like, they're like, "Okay, Marta's a little introvert, so it's fine," you know? Um, and yeah, like, I'll come around, I always come around. You need something, you can call me, be like, "Hey, I'm going through this, da, da, da." I was always that person,
yeah,
but, now I choose wisely who I give my energy to.
right.
It's just like,
I feel it's a learning process, especially,
oh,
growing and, it all comes the older you get, you get that wisdom
yeah.
and choosing, the right energy, the right people that you want around you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when I see my sister and her friends, like, they're so tight. They're, like, knit tight, and I'm just like, "I wish I had that." And then same thing with Noemi. She has, like, a knit tight of friends, you know?
I
And
mean,
I'm like,
everyone's different. You can't
yeah,
compare other friendships. I mean, there's other groups of, people that I see, they've been friends for like, 15, 20 plus years. Um, I've had, good friendship, I would think. It fell out for a little bit. And I can't even remember why, but me and her reconnected like 5 years ago. And it's like we never left each other. My good friend Vanessa, I've known her since elementary school, and we had like little kid middle school drama. I don't even know what it was.
yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah, high school, she went to a different high school, and then I had, a whole other life, and then 5 years ago, she just came back in and it was like a click, and she's been, like, so amazing, and she understands, like, sometimes I go on silent mode. I go ghost sometimes because I have my own life going on, and I feel like she
Yeah,
knows that and she respects that about me, and whenever we do see each other or find time for each other, that respect is there, and it's like when we link up, it's like we never it's like we never missed out on anything, and we catch up and just talk about life, and it's the same energy, and that's what I love, and that's what I always look for in friends. Because when I feel like it's like awkward, you make me feel awkward, you make me want to fall back, and it's like, do I really need you, in my life? No, I got so much going on. I don't need that me questioning you type of stuff.
yeah, and that comes have you ever had a friend that feels entitled to you and your time?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like all of
Oh,
us have that one type of friend. Like, well, you haven't hit me up. You
no,
haven't done, ma'am.
it's
Don't do
it
that guilt trip on me.
it's two-way, you
It's
know?
2
You
ways,
you can
like,
call
if you know me, sometimes I don't text back for hours, and you can't take it personal, like, I wouldn't take it personal from you, you know? So,
yeah.
do you run into a few friends like that?
Oh, man. I've had, I guess just that one case, basically. It was just, like, always I would have to, like, drop everything and just be there. So, but I'm glad that was, like, a short run
Mm.
because I don't think I would have been able to do it, like, a long term. And you know what's so funny is that when she would go off on her friends and, like, like, kind of, like, start things with her friends, I was like, "She wouldn't do that with me," but then that's exactly what happened with me. So,
Mm.
like, try to watch how people are with, like, their close friends or, like, their best friends or whatever, and, like or just people around them, period. However it is that they act, like, they're showing you their true colors, and you're just, like, blindly putting on those blinders on, kind of like, just, "They won't do it to me." They're gonna do it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And, anytime, like, anytime someone is in a friendship where, that one person feels entitled to your time, like, you don't have a life of your own, honestly, like, um, there's, like, a group of girls right now that I know that they're going through this, and, this person felt some type of way during a certain situation and kind of, like, blocked everyone or whatever, and it was just like, "Really?" And I unfollowed her, and then that created some more drama, and I
Oh,
was just like, "Oh,
blocking, the
Lord."
unfollowing, I
But
hate that stuff. It's so
it's
messy. I don't got time for that messy.
I don't either, but it was just like, I never really talked to this lady. It was just like, our only connection was, like, Noemi, And
Yeah.
on top of that, it was just like, I really didn't like how she felt entitled to Noemi,
Mm.
So that bothered me most times, and, I don't think I'm ever gonna have that conversation with her. I don't even want to have that conversation with her because she seems like a very delusional person, and that's the thing, be careful with people who are delusional, who feel like the world revolves around them.
Girl, there's a lot of people like that nowadays.
Oh,
But I
Lord,
feel like you kinda have to know where to place friends.
yeah,
I feel like you need to know, like, which ones you need to keep kinda, like, from a distance. Okay, that's a friend where I'll randomly hit up and we can go out to a bar or go, go meet up with the other group of friends together.
yes,
And then I have my other group of friends where, like, I confine in, I text every day, I have a very, very small handful of those type of friends,
yeah,
that I hit up or even out the blue, and they know the real me. But you have to know, I feel like, how to place those people. You got the social friends, you got the close friends, and you got, like, the super, super close friends.
yeah. I
But
I feel like I attract introverts.
but I'm attracted to you, and I don't feel like I'm an introvert. I feel like I'm pretty.
Well, I think it's because I'm an introvert, but I can, like, I don't know, with you, I vibe easily, you know?
Well, you do have a good, like, energy. I'm telling you, when I met you, no, not even met you. When I went over there, like, it was just like welcoming. I mean, of course, you guys were like kind of hosting us in a way,
Yes.
but you felt so like open and easy to talk to.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I really liked about you. And I'm like, okay, I can have like a calm, cool, collective conversation, engaging. You got my attention.
And
Type.
at the same time, get a little toxic.
I mean,
Just like
well,
a tad bit, not
I
like a
tweaked it a little bit. And I was like, ooh, she a little like me. I like that.
like I was like it's really funny though because and that's the thing, like I try to find people more like that are like fluid in, their emotions, they're very open-minded and stuff like that. And so like Noemi gets annoyed when we meet somebody and she's just like she's looking over to me and I'm just like, all smiling and stuff like that, having a conversation, and then we get in the car and I'm like, she's dumb as shit. I don't want to talk to her.
Hold on. Did you do that with me?
No, 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 no. Trust me, no. Like, it would've been I can't no, 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 no. We would not be here right now.
This would not be happening.
She's like, "You need to stop doing that, you need to give people a chance," and I'm like, I wish I was more like you, but, unfortunately, I've been hurt one too many times by that type of female, and I'm just not doing it.
Wow. And that's crazy that you peeped that. And I feel like sometimes people need that type of healing. Like healing doesn't need to just come for like, girlfriend, boyfriend,
Yeah,
whatever type of intimate relationships. It can go for friendships, even with family members. You can have that trauma or that past history that you haven't let go of.
yeah, and I
I
feel
feel
like
like maybe you might. I mean, even myself, I mean, shoot, I know I have, trust issues.
oh, no, I do, I really do, and I feel like, before I was a bit more trusting, but now it's just like my trust is like completely like not fully there. And like I've been working on it. So especially when it comes to friends, like I say just a little bit, just enough, but I don't say too much.
Yeah.
Because like there's been situations where I thought I could confide in someone and then after that it just like I don't
backstab.
know. Yeah, so it's just like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not even gonna, like, vent to you
Well,
and
I feel like there's friends who, like, feed into, like, that negativity.
yeah, and I don't like that.
Like, they feed into it, they try to look for, like, "So, like, yeah, you guys have any issues? Like, are you
Yeah,
okay? Are you got going anything going on?" Instead of anything positive, I want friends that are, like, positive, bring positive, um, influence into my life. That's what I want, encouraging me and me as well, vice versa, encouraging them as well. That's what I want. I had
yeah,
a friend that, we got cool, like, I would say maybe, like, I was, like, 25 or something, 25 or 26, and we got really tight. At first, it's funny, I didn't really like her, and it was, like, a work friend, and me and her just got so tight. I ended up leaving that job. We got close again, even after I left, and then, like, I just started, like, s she started moving a little bit, like, weird on me. I don't know why, and I took it kinda like at first, I didn't pay no mind to because 'cause I'm like, "Okay, like, she knows how I am. She knows sometimes I can go, ghost on somebody or I got my life going on." But it's like she took it so personal. She'll be like, "Yo, like, I hate you right now." I'm like, Okay." But, I mean, I love you, girl, and, like, I'll try to make her laugh, and then it'll be like, "You don't make no time for me. You don't do this and that for me." And I'm like, "Okay, but you know what? It goes both ways,
yeah,
okay? It goes both ways. You can hit me up. Like, I you can come over. We don't always have to go out to go drink or go party. Like, come over to my place, bring your kid over. We can do something low key. It doesn't always have to be going out because sometimes I got my kids and I don't have that time to go out."
yeah,
So, and then she was just I feel like at a different stage of her life that I'm just like, I don't know if I wanna keep engaging in. When I
yeah,
want her to do better, and I feel like I've been trying and trying and trying and trying, and it's just she's still in that same stage.
yeah. Sometimes, like, you have to meet people where they're at sometimes, like, and that's the furthest you're gonna go, and then you keep on going, but, you can come back sometimes, take the stairs and be like, "Hey, you
Yeah.
good down there?"
You know
But
what? Now that you said that, I will hit up because I still love her very, very much. She was there for me through some really tough times. So, I
yeah.
mean, I should definitely hit her up. Just don't I'll just send her a text. I don't think she got Instagram no more. But
But
I'll send her a text. I
yeah.
still love her. It's just I don't know, she's just at a different stage, and I don't know. I don't wanna get pulled back.
Yeah, and I feel like with some people, like, you get taken back because, like, that's just where they're gonna be. That's their wavelength, and you have to meet people where they're at, and then just keep it moving if you have to. It's
Yeah.
really hard sometimes because you really care, and you don't wanna seem like a fucked up person, but sometimes it's just like,
Mm.
"Hey, I'm sorry, but" you don't even have to say anything. You don't have to say anything. You could just continue to check up on them. Clearly, it's obviously gonna be different, but you gotta keep going, and that's it. If they take it personal, they take it personal. That's on them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I feel like I'm that friend that basically when one of my friends, close friends, got pregnant and everything, literally everything completely changed. Like, yeah, she was a mom and stuff like that. Um, I would go over and be like, "Hey, what you doing?" I was that friend that would pop up and be like, "Hey, I'm here."
You know what?
And
I'm
I
sure it meant a lot to her. I just wanna let you know that probably meant so much to her.
Yeah, but it was just like her family kind of like her family and her boyfriend at that time actually killed our friendship
Mm.
because like they were very toxic and there was like a text message that was found and I sent it to her and I was like, yeah, like I want you to do better. You're an amazing mom. You have so much going for yourself. I don't want you to end up like your sister. Basically that little line right there. Yeah, so that little line. Huh?
Sorry. I said you were being a friend. You were encouraging her.
Yeah, and so then, like, basically, he took that little line that I had just said, and he told her sister. Then after that, it became like a whole thing, and I'm just like, "Oh my god, these meals." So then it was just like, I was like, he had no business doing that, and he hated me because, one time he was talking about, like, "Oh, why do you have a flat butt?" And I was like, "Why are you looking at my butt in the first place? Keep your
How weird.
eyes on her, and that's it, okay?" So he gave me, like, weird vibes, and I was just like, "I don't rock with that. I don't rock with disrespect, period." So, but I
Why are
mean,
you, sir?
yeah, it was just really disgusting. He was really weird. One person that I do, like, enjoy talking to and I miss, in a sense, is Jenny.
Oh, I know which Jenny, I know who, yeah, she's really cool.
She's,
She's
like,
really cool.
I remember the first time I met her, I thought that was, like, Noemi's partner or ex or whatever, and I was just like, "They're, like, so funny together." And I was like, "I wouldn't even be mad," if they did date at one point. So, because she just seemed really cool and everything, and she was, like, one of the first few people that actually made me feel welcome to,
Oh,
that group, and, when we
she's
were
really
all living
sweet.
together yeah, when we were all living together and stuff like that, when Noemi and I would, like, go through our little issues and stuff like that, she wasn't sitting there siding with Noemi, she wasn't sitting there siding with me, she was just, like, giving us good
Nice.
advice. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, a lot of, like, Noemi's friends, they just listen to Noemi's side of the story, and that's it. And that's all that they're sticking to, and then after that, I'm the crazy girlfriend. So then it's just, like, no one sees, like, both sides, and it's, like, really hurtful because it's just, like, you guys know how she is. That girl is wild.
Being her friend, yeah. I mean, I don't I know Noemi, but only through, like, social events and with Carmen, that's it.
Yeah. But, like yeah, so, like, I like those people that are not gonna side with me, that are not gonna side with my partner, that are, like, very, "Hey, have you tried this?" Like, guiding rather
Yeah.
than judging and, siding.
Now that's a real friend right there.
Yeah.
That's
So
so sweet.
yeah. So, like, that's one thing that I really appreciate about her, that she would just, like, sit there and listen to sides of stories and, like, ask questions to be like, "Okay, so how did you take this?" Or like, "What is it that made you feel this way?" Or whatever, like, just different type of questions, not your typical questions that people would normally ask you. It's like, "Well, what are you gonna do about it?"
Right?
You
No,
know?
I have a friend where, like, where I would vent to her, and she would literally take down notes, and she would answer, like, all my questions, and it would, like, she'll have me question myself. I'm like, and she goes, "Don't
Wow.
get mad, but this is how I see it, so maybe she did have a point. You need to understand." And I'm like, "Yo, you're
Yeah.
right." Like, yes, and I love the fact that she'll take notes.
That's
Like,
so
from
cute, therapist.
I'm like, "You are so organized."
I love that. I freaking love that. That's really dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope. I would love to be that friend. For me, I learned to just stay out of relationships. Um, yeah, because I'm that person that I'm like a big mama bear. Like, I wanna protect my friend at all costs, I don't care.
Yeah.
Um, so I step away, I step back, especially when I care about the 2 people, I just step back. I've been in a situation where both of them were coming to me, like, and then I would literally tell them
Decision
both.
tree.
Yeah, so I would literally tell one, it's like, "Are you stupid? Why aren't you listening to her?" And then I would turn around and be like, "Girl, you need to stop. You need to stop it right now. All that attitude, you need to quit it. You need to sit there and listen to him, like, listen to what's going on in his little brain, okay?" And then I'd be like, "You need to stop playing with her, okay?" So I'd be like
You're, like, bouncing back and forth.
and it was just too much for me, and then eventually I was just like, "Man, screw both of you." So I
My
was like,
god.
"Y'all figure it out." They have a kid together and everything, but I'm no longer in the picture at all, so I wonder how they're doing, but
I hope they're doing good.
I hope so too, 'cause I know they were both crazy. That was hard,
No,
but
but, I mean, I feel like, just I think everyone has their own way at the end of the day on how they grieve a loss of a friendship, let it be if they fall back, let it be if they randomly still reach out, or just completely block them out of their lives,
yeah.
you know?
My best ad the best advice that I can give someone who's, like, grieving a loss of a friendship, especially when you feel like, you didn't do anything wrong in that friendship and that person, like I'm just gonna use my example because that person, those people felt entitled to me and my time, and I was only valuable for certain things, but
Mm,
not for I don't know, like, they would only come to me when they needed something or, like, even my energy, you know? So,
yeah,
for people who are going through stuff like that, if they block you, if they remove you from their life, honestly, consider that a blessing. A blessing in disguise because, yes, it hurts. It hurts because you're like, "Oh my gosh, like, I thought you were my friend, like, you're family, da da da," but at the same time, like, sometimes we need to cut those ties.
yeah.
What did Drake say? "I've been losing friends, but finding peace."
Go ahead and drop that. Go ahead.
I remember I said that. I
Bars,
was like
bars.
I mean, that is the realest fucking line ever because it's just, but some people, they just stress you out more than, like, bring you peace, and it's just best if they leave,
Yeah,
honestly, and it's sad because, but then maybe later on in the future, you guys can find each other again. Same
yeah,
thing with relationships. It can happen with friendships.
yeah,
So, later on, like, once everything has calmed down and everything, like, you guys can come back together, possibly talk about what happened, or if not, like, laugh about it. Be like, "Remember that time that I blocked you, girl?"
yeah,
Or like, "Remember that time, da, da, da," like, just talk about it, laugh about it, move on, and not hold that resentment, not hold that grudge, and, sometimes you just gotta put that on pause and come back to it when you can.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, I think we hit the end
yeah,
today. I don't
taking
know,
it.
do you wanna add anything else before we
No, I
encouraging
feel
words? I feel like you give, like, really good advice, and I actually take it in, like, that I
really?
take it yes. Even, like, relationship advice on, like, our other podcast I mean, on our other episode, I was like, "Dang, maybe I should just step back, breathe,
Yeah,
and just kinda just be all over her." And, like, it's about
yeah,
us. But yeah,
yeah.
anyway, but I love the advice that you give. It's
Oh,
super helpful, and hopefully anybody who's listening, hopefully it's helpful for them too, you know?
yeah. I know it's difficult dealing with difficult people, especially being a person walking around with a big heart and trying to shove everyone in there.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like a weight of the world, but, I mean, the right people are gonna come along, and that's what's happening with me. The right people are coming along,
yay,
AKA Yoselin.
yay, thank you. I'm happy to be in it.
Thanks.
I'm happy to be here, honestly, and I'm happy that I have met also, I've met other people that have really brought positivity into my life, and I'm so grateful for it, and I'm happy for the people that have come back into my life and friends that I thought I had lost and had come back, and they're the best thing that has ever happened to me, and they know me inside and out, and I'm so grateful for their friendship.
Yeah,
Um,
that's so amazing. I'm so
yeah.
happy for you.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. This is gonna be a positive night. We're ending on a positive note.
Yes. Well, we're gonna go ahead and take it home, and, we're not mentioning any place today or anyone today. Normally we do, but we wanted to go ahead and talk about this. Maybe it was like I think this was a sign, to talk about these certain
Yeah.
situations and put in my input. I don't know if they're gonna be listening to this, but
Yeah. Honestly, mm, I don't think I said anything bad. I think I'm okay.
I don't think we said anything bad. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like
don't think so.
it's like how they're gonna take it, Me,
I mean,
it is what it is. That's
it
it.
is
Yeah.
what it is. It's all love at the end of the day, so yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you guys for joining us. We are all done for today. We are taking it home. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week.
Yes.
And remember to meditate. I think we all need to do that right now.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Alright, bye.
Bye.